July 1961, United States. Dozens of ordinary people arrive at Yale University. Teachers, engineers, accountants, factory workers. They were told they would take part in an important psychology study. A few hours later, most of them would believe they had sent a man to a painful death. They pressed switches, increasing electric shocks, ignoring the screams. Why? Because a man in a white lab coat told them to. After World War II, the world asked, how could Nazi Germany turn millions of people into accomplices of the Holocaust? Many thought it was a unique feature of German culture. Stanley Milgram, an American psychologist of Jewish descent, disagreed. He believed obedience to authority was a universal mechanism of the human mind. To test this, he designed an experiment where volunteers would obey only the voice of authority. No threats, no reward, just the power of status. Each participant met another volunteer, who was actually an actor. A fake lottery was staged. One would be the teacher, the other the learner. In reality, the true volunteer was always the teacher. The learner was strapped to a chair in another room, connected to electrodes. He was told to memorize word pairs, and each mistake meant an electric shock. Before starting, the teacher felt a real 75-volt shock, proof that the machine worked. The teacher's panel had switches from 15 to 450 volts. Labels read, slight shock, strong shock, danger, severe shock, and XXX. With each mistake, the voltage increased. The actor played his role, moaning at 75 volts, screaming at 150, begging to stop at 270, reminding about a heart condition. At 330 volts, he fell silent. The participant had no idea it was fake. To them, it was all real. If the teacher hesitated, the experimenter in a lab coat repeated 4 scripted commands. Please continue. The experiment requires that you continue. You have no choice. The responsibility is mine. Cold, detached, and effective. Beforehand, Milgram asked fellow psychologists, how many would go all the way? They predicted maybe 3 to 4%, only rare sadists. The reality, 65% went up to 450 volts. They believed they had killed a man, yet they did not stop. The other 35% broke off, more often when they were in the same room as the learner, or when they saw someone else refuse. Real words of participants from Milgram's transcripts. I don't want to do this, but you're telling me I have to. What if he dies? I feel sick, but okay. Some laughed, a nervous reaction to unbearable stress. After publication, controversy erupted. Was it right to deceive people and push them into panic? The experiment became one of the main reasons ethics committees were introduced in the 1970s. Since then, no psychology experiment can begin without formal approval. In the 21st century, the experiment has been repeated in other countries. The results were nearly identical. There are even online versions. Participants believe they control real punishments in virtual reality. And once again, most obey. Milgram proved, obedience to authority is common in most people. Resistance is easier with support from others. Saying no is stressful and requires courage, but it builds a kind of immunity for the future. 35% of participants found the strength to resist. They realized a lab coat, a title, or a firm voice does not give someone the right to decide for you. Their example reminds us, authority exists only as long as we choose to recognize it.